Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. This is part 2 of interview questions and answer series on I2C protocol. And particularly in this video, we are going to discuss few most commonly asked interview questions. Now without wasting much time, let us get started. Your first question is, which type of buffer or pin is used at the interface of SDA and SCL lines? Friends, I left this question unanswered at the end of part 1 as well. But here I am going to tell you its answer. The configuration of the buffer or pin is either open drain or open collector. In the open drain configuration, the internal signal which is coming from a digital logic is connected to the gate of this NMOS and its drain is open-ended internally. It is not connected anywhere internally in the IC. But externally it is connected to the voltage supply VDD through a pull-up resistor. In the same way, open collector configuration, the internal signal is applied at the base of the transistor and its collector is open-ended internally, but externally it is connected to VDD using a pull-up resistor. Now I will explain you the functionality of this open drain and open collector configuration. Friends, I am going to discuss open drain configuration now, and I have considered this particular I2C device. It can be a master or slave, and this is the internal digital logic. And this logic is driving the base of this NMOS. And drain of this NMOS is connected to the input-output pad where we are connecting SDA or SCL line. And as I mentioned earlier, this line is connected to voltage supply using one pull-up resistor. In I2C, this SDA signal is a bidirectional data line. We can either transmit data and we can receive data. So you can see this input buffer connected to the same pad where we are connecting SDA line. And from this input buffer, data is going towards the logic. Friends, as per the I2C protocol, I2C devices can only drive logic 0 on the SDA and SCL lines. In case logic want to drive logic high on the SDA and SCL lines, the devices need to make the line floating. So what I mean to say by that, if this device want to make the status of this SDA or SCL line as logic 0, then definitely it can drive logic 0. But in case this device want to make the status of this SDA or SCL line as logic 1, it cannot do it. In that case, it simply need to make this line floating, and from this voltage supply, the status of this SDA or SCL line may go high. Friends, why I said that it may go high? Because the same lines are connected to other devices. Particularly this device has made this line floating, but maybe other devices are driving it. In the same video, I am going to explain that particular case as well, where multiple devices will be driving the same line. Friends, let us go little bit in more detail and let us consider the case if this device want to make the status of this SDA or SCL line as logic 0. How it is done? In that case, this logic has to drive logic 1 at the gate of this NMOS. When the status of the gate is logic high, this NMOS will be short circuit and this ground will start appearing at the pad. So the status of this line will become 0, logic 0. Now let us consider the other case. When this particular device want to make the status of this SDA or SCL line as logic high. In that case, logic has to drive logic 0 on the gate of this NMOS. In that case, this NMOS will start acting as an open circuit. So there will be no connection from this node to ground. We can say that this pad is floating. This device is not driving it now anymore. But because this line is connected to the voltage supply VDD through this pull-up resistor, so the status of this line will become logic 1. Friends, just for your information, whatever is the status of SDA or SCL line, it is going to this input buffer and which is finally transmitted to the logic. So we have to handle this data accordingly. Friends, now I am going to show you how multiple I2C devices are connected on I2C bus. So this is the I2C bus where there are only two lines, SDA and SCL. Both the lines are connected to VDD using two pull-up resistors. And I have considered only two devices in this example just for our convenience. This is device 1 and this is device 2. Obviously both the devices will have two lines, SCL and SDA. This is SCL and SDA of first device. This is SCL and SDA connection of the second device. Now let us see this SCL line. This SCL line is connected to drain of this NMOS and gate of this NMOS is driven by logic, and let us name it as SCL_out. And the same SCL line is connected to input buffer which is driving the logic as I mentioned earlier, and let us name this signal as SCL_in. In the same way, this SDA line is connected to drain of this NMOS and the gate of this NMOS is driven by the logic, and let us name this signal as data_out. And the same SDA line is connected to input buffer as well, which is driving the logic. Same are the connections for device 2 as well. Friends, we discussed open drain configuration in detail, and similar is the behavior of this open collector configuration. The only difference is instead of NMOS we have connected other type of transistors. But for the time being we are not going to discuss any example on open collector right now, and I left it to the viewers. In case any one of you need help, please write down in the comment section and we can discuss. Now let us move to your next question. Second question of this video is, what is the concept of wide AND operation in I2C protocol? Friends, those who knows its answer, please mention it in the comment section. Otherwise, I am going to tell its answer. As per the truth table of AND gate, the output goes high only when both the inputs are logic 1. Otherwise, it remains logic 0 if either of the input is logic 0. Now let us try to see the same behavior in I2C protocol. As we discussed earlier, all the devices in I2C protocol are connected to the same two lines, SDA and SCL lines. Now let us take our focus on one particular line, let us say SCL line. And let us say that device 1 want to make this line as logic 1 and device 2 want to make this SCL line as logic 0. Then the status of this SCL line will remain logic 0, which is quite aligned with the behavior of AND gate. And this is true in a reverse fashion also. If device 2 want to make the status of SCL line as logic 1 and device 1 want to make the status of SCL line as logic 0, then the status of the line will be logic 0. But when both the devices want to make the status of SCL line as logic 1, then the status of the line will be definitely logic 1. And this behavior is called wide AND operation. Friend, the same behavior is true for SDA line as well. If any of the device connected to this SDA line is trying to make its status as logic 0, then SDA line will remain at logic 0. But it will only go high if all the devices connected to it are trying to make it logic 1. Friends, now I would like to explain the wide AND operation in I2C protocol with an example. Just take your focus on SDA line, which is driven by two devices, device 1 and device 2. Let us assume that device 1 is trying to make the status of SDA line as logic 1 and device 2 is trying to make the status of SDA line as logic 0. And as we discussed earlier, when device 1 want to make the status of SDA line as logic 1, it has no option, but it will make this SDA line as floating from its side. But device 2 is driving logic 0, that means it is actually driving logic 0 on SDA line. So the status of SDA line will become logic 0, which is quite aligned with the truth table of AND gate. Friends, now let us consider another example where device 1 is trying to make the status of SDA line as logic 1 and device 2 is also trying to make the status of SDA line as logic 1. As we discussed earlier, when any of the device is trying to make the status of SDA line as logic 1, they have to make this SDA line as floating from their side. Because all the devices are trying to make the status as logic 1, so that means this SDA line is floating from all the devices. We can say that no device is driving this SDA line, but because this SDA line is connected to VDD through this pull-up register, and because of this pull-up register, the status of this SDA line will be logic 1. And this behavior is aligned with the truth table of AND gate. With this, I am going to end this video here, and I hope that this would be quite informative for all of you. And in future, I will create other parts on the same I2C protocol. And to be aligned with our channel, don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon. Thank you so much for watching.